word, please.
I'm sorry to trouble you like this, but I think you ought to concern yourself with this matter.
That matter does not concern me, Graydon.
I'm afraid that it concerns the whole of Riverspring, my lord. The two young ones talking to your sister were looking for their father, Lord Quen Roxton. He happens to be locked away in our dungeons at the moment.
What? You have taken a lord prisoner?
Yes, on orders from your sister, my lord. And I'm afraid that it might all get out of hand. The Roxtons are a powerful family. They could do great harm to our lands if they so desired. Unfortunately, that's all I know. You'd better talk to your sister, or with the younger Roxtons. Perhaps you could even go and see their father in his cell.
I will see what I can do. Thank you, Graydon. Eliana, we need to talk.
I don't have time, Alistair. I have urgent matters to attend to.
I know all about it, Eliana. I'm here to help. The Lord cannot stay in our dungeons.
How did you find out?
That's of no consequence. What matters is avoiding a bloodbath. Lord Roxton belongs to a powerful house. This could become serious. How did this happen?
Lord Roxton came with a handful of armed men and started attacking our people. Ryman and his men managed to overpower them and we threw him in the dungeons.
Why would he attack Riverspring?
About 2 years ago, when Riverspring was already struggling with debt, Father asked for his help. Lord Roxton had more gold dragons in his coffers than he did subjects on his estate. We hoped he would lend us some of his fortune so the people wouldn't go hungry. We would then have time to find a more permanent solution. Father asked for his help, but the swine demanded my hand in marriage in exchange. I was left with no choice but to accept.
Obviously, that wedding didn't take place. What happened?
Well, he did pay us the purse as promised. But shortly after, he learned that I was courting someone else. Kristen. A good man, but a peasant. He lived just behind the forge. I can assure you that nothing dishonorable happened between us. But when Quen Roxton saw me in his company, he found it hard to take.
How did he react?
He called off the wedding and asked us to pay back the money. But we had already spent it feeding the people. So he went back home and dwelled upon it for many years. When word of Father's death reached him, he came here with his men and started taking possessions from our townsfolk.
I see. So you locked him in the dungeons. I will deal with this, little sister. Leave it to me.
Be careful, Alistair. Some of Lord Roxton's men are still around the town and they are real brutes.
Fear not. I will come and see you again when I know more. Well, I should go and see the younger Roxtons.
Yes? What do you want?
We should talk.
So, first the adulterer, now the Red Priest.
I am Alistair Sarwick, and these are my lands. Therefore, your problem is of concern to me.
Ah. Forgive our ignorance, we were not aware.
No matter.
I was told there were 3 of you. So who is the last of your litter? A wildling, perhaps? Or something worse?
Calm yourself, Meredith. Forgive my sister, sir. The situation is rather a burden for us, and she takes after her father.
I heard that you were looking for your father. What makes you think he is here?
When he left our castle, he went to Riverspring. He had a few disputes to settle.
Disputes?
Yes. But disputes is a weak word.
You're the one who is weak, Edwin. Tell him how it is. The Sarwicks have well and truly cheated us.
Cheated you? How so?
Your sister was betrothed to our father a few years ago. Her hand was offered in exchange for our gold, to bolster the coffers of your dying lads.
And what happened?
Your sister turned out to be a harlot. That's what happened on the very eve of the wedding. Father found his betrothed in bed with a peasant.
That is what our father told us when he came back from Riverspring. He was furious and wanted revenge.
After the disgrace caused by your sister, the wedding was immediately called off. But the gold we gave you as a dowry was never repaid. Following Lord Raynald's death, our father decided it was time to go in person and collect what was owed to us. Since then, he has disappeared without a trace. Your sister is at fault. She dishonored our agreement. We demand that our gold be repaid.
So that is what you're interested in. Coin.
And our father, of course.
Be quiet, Edwin. For all we know, Father might very well have fallen from his horse on his way here. But it does not change the fact that you still owe us the gold. Is that clear?
I see. There are a hell of a lot of differences between Eliana's version of events and that of the Roxtons. If Little Sister had the right of it, and there really was no adultery, then the Roxtons stopped the wedding without good reason. In that case, we are not duty-bound to pay them back. However, if Eliana was actually mistaken, I need to know what's going on. I have to find Kristen. Eliana said that he lived behind the town's forge.
Bobbing down the river.
Taking over the Godswood.
Move along, stranger. We're here on orders from Lord Roxton, and those orders include dealing with troublemakers harshly.
I am the only one who gives orders around here. I am Alistair Sarwick. Let me through, or I will order my guards to arrest you, and you'll be sacrificed to the Holy Flame to pay for your insult.
Let him through.
Open the door, Kristen.
Who are you? What do you want from me?
I am Alistair Sarwick, your lord. Get out here or I'll break this door down.
Alistair? Brother of my sweet Eliana?
The very same.
Very well, I'm coming out.
Kill the beggar. Try not to hurt Lord Sarwick.
Ice and death. Those soldiers weren't going to stop until they had your head.
You saved my life, my lord. I don't know how to thank you.
Just explain to me what happened between you and Eliana.
Between me and... Oh, my lord. We have fallen in love. That's what has happened.
How did you meet? I need all the details.
It happened a long time ago. Your sister came to see me whilst she was going for a walk in town. She chose me, as it were. You could say love led her to me. It would seem she could not ignore my considerable charm. It's as simple as that.
So, what did you do that made those men so driven to kill you?
Some time after we met, Eliana came to see me. I played the lute for her. But then that lout Quen Roxton stormed into my home like a boar in heat.
You played the lute? They are saying that you lay with her on that day, in spite of her betrothal to Lord Roxton.
Lay with her? Gods be good if only that were true. With respect, my lord, I only glimpsed enough of your sister's flesh to set my heart aflame. I hoped that it might happen. But that brute Quen Roxton was yelling so much that I didn't have the chance. Lady Eliana had no choice but to return to the castle with him and try to calm him down. She told me she would come back as soon as possible,